it makes you feel.
Seat's beautifully created winter drive is now on. Download a voucher at seat.co.uk to get an extra £1,000 off.
Seat.
When traveling the world, all you need are a few essential tools. For me, it's my snowboard, expedition gear, and kayak. With Kayak, I can easily find offers for flights, hotels, and cars. Kayak even has a cool tool called Price Forecast that shows me if I should book my flights now or wait for prices to drop. Try it now on kayak.co.uk.
Let the games begin.
Get ready for 3 times the Premier League action with a Nissan Super Sunday triple header, live only on Sky Sports.
William Hill, proud sponsors of the Scottish Cup on Sky Sports.
It's the first of 2 live William Hill Scottish Cup ties from Sky Sports this weekend. Tomorrow it's Albion Rovers against Celtic. Today another Glasgow-Lanarkshire clash with Motherwell at Rangers, and the Motherwell fans showing their colours, claret and amber there in the corner. I'm joined by the former Rangers midfielder and Motherwell manager Billy Davies and Neil McCann. Well, Neil, we saw James McFadden and Stephen Hamill talking about a big game between these clubs that you've played in.
Yeah.
How much do the players look forward to these cup ties and winning them?
The Scottish Cup was massive, and I don't care if you're playing for the smallest team in this competition or not. Everybody's got a dream of lifting this trophy, and it really is. I know it's a cliche, but it is what you think about when you're going into the draw. I was listening to James there saying it's not one of the highlights of his career, that defeat, and it shouldn't be, because nobody really remembers losers. Yeah, you can go a glorified loser, but ultimately it's who wins the cup. And Motherwell wouldn't care less if they come out here and had a stinker and won 1-0, because it's about getting through into the next round. As is Rangers, the exact same boat. I wouldn't care if Rangers went out here and didn't play well. It's about getting through to the next rounds for these respective teams.
And also, David, as Neil said, that for the fans as well, the fans are excited about the Scottish Cup. They want their team to go on a good run. They want to be able to go to these different grounds and get to that final or semi-final, because at the end of the season, that is exactly what they're looking forward to.
Well, the captain's end, Lee Wallace is fit again, and the bright spark is Keith Lasley, a man that Billy Davies discovered all those years ago. The commentators for this one are Andy Walker and Ian Crocker.
The 4th round of the Scottish Cup starts here at Ibrox as last year's beaten finalist Rangers take on Motherwell in the first of 16 ties in the world's oldest national competition. The Scottish Cup is in its 132nd year. 32 teams are left. 32 teams with one dream. Hibs ended their 114-year wait to lift the famous trophy last season, so anything is possible. The winter break is over for the top flight teams in Scotland. Rangers give a debut to John Terrell, signed on loan from Arsenal. He played for Mark Warburton at Brentford. Captain Lee Wallace returns from injury, but James Tavernier is suspended, so Lee Hodgson comes in at right back. Michael O'Halloran, who's been linked with a move to Motherwell, starts against them. Mark McGee has veterans Stevie Hamill and Keith Lasley back in action, but Scott McDonald is only on the bench because of a niggling back problem. Former Celtic rookie Joe Chalmers starts after 4 months out with a groin injury. Lee Lucas is suspended after his red card at Hamilton. Louis Moult is top scorer with 11. American Emerson Heineman, who's just joined on loan from Bournemouth, is on the Rangers bench. Motherwell subs Ferguson, Campbell and McMillan all won the Scottish Youth Cup last season. Well, when you've come through Barcelona's and Arsenal's youth system, you must have something about you. And John Terrell has scored in the Spanish Cup this season for Granada, now for the Scottish Cup. He was very effective on loan at Birmingham last season. Mark Warburton, a beaten finalist in that epic encounter with Hibs last year. Handshake with Mark McGee and James McFadden. Before kick-off, there will be a minute's silence for Rangers legend Johnny Little, who's died at the age of 86. He spent 11 years here in Ibrox in the 1950s and early 60s. A left back, he made 327 appearances. And Johnny Little will be remembered now by the Rangers family.
Johnny Little, who sadly passed away on Wednesday, aged 86. Johnny, a left-back defender, joined Rangers in 1951, making a total of 327 appearances. During his time at the club, he won 2 league championships and 2 Scottish Cups.
Johnny Little remembered at Ibrox. Well, Rangers have had 3 weeks to stew over another defeat to Celtic on New Year's Eve. Motherwell almost lost their derby that day at Hamilton, equalising in stoppage time. But from the league to the cup now, although these two will meet again in the league next weekend at Fir Park. Rangers last won the Scottish Cup in 2009, Motherwell in 1991. They must both be thinking it's about time it happened again, but that's easier said than done. This has the look of a tasty tie, Andy.
Yeah, it has. It's hard to gauge just how the game will go, given that both teams have been absent for a few weeks, but having watched Motherwell here at Ibrox earlier in the season, it's a last-minute goal from Kenny Miller. Motherwell gave a very good account of themselves, and it'll be difficult for Rangers this afternoon.
Yes, both managers don't quite know what to expect after 3 weeks off. We'll soon find out. Here's Rob Kiernan. Lee Hodgson, very capable deputy for James Tavernier at right back. Tavernier suspended. Yellow cards held over from last season's competition. No mercy on that front. Here's Barry Mackay. Mackay, an early delivery, but it's a comfortable take for Craig Sampson.
He should be an important player for this afternoon for Rangers again. Barry Mackay set the standard really high with his performance against Celtic.
56 years have passed since Motherwell beat Rangers in the Scottish Cup. 1961 was the year. They won 5-2 here in a replay. And they find the spirit of that swinging 60s success today. Keith Lasley for Stevie Hamill, over 1,000 matches for Motherwell between those two. Hamill 34 now. Lasley 37. Both tremendous servants to Motherwell. Kiernan. Holt for Hodgson. Kiernan picks out Wallace. He missed the last 2 matches, including the Old Firm game. Those two teams met in their first match of the season back in July. Rangers won in the League Cup then. Came from behind to beat Motherwell here in the league in August, although only just. They needed an injury time winner that day. Clint Hill. Mackay. Kenny Miller scored his obligatory goal against Celtic on New Year's Eve. Here is O'Halloran, a rare start of late for the man who's been linked with Motherwell and others. Is Halliday. Rangers moving it about nicely. Wallace. Mackay, nutmeg Tate. Just couldn't escape Hennigan. He's gone out for a throw.
Brilliant skill again from Mackay. Almost got 2 nutmegs and Hennigan come in.
Kenny Miller. Challenged by McHugh. Moult. Chris Cannon, one of Motherwell's rising stars. They have a few. They won the Youth Cup last season. Wallace gets it back from Terrell. A few old boys on the pitch today, including Clint Hill, the oldest at 38. Wallace, the Rangers captain. Jason Holt in close attendance. Kai moves away from Tate. Simpson into a bit of bother.
Well, you certainly need to be very comfortable with the ball at your feet these days. Very high profile, just how good a goalkeeper is when the ball's played at him, right or left.
Mackay. Halliday. Here's Miller. Terrell alongside, but Hodgson is available in an excellent position. And Hodgson able to deliver. Motherwell had plenty back. It's broken here for Wallace. Converted for a corner.
Well, he's always in that last third. Lee Wallace spends a lot of time as an attacking option for Rangers. Motherwell, poor use of the ball to try and get out. Just a slight deflection there from Cadden.
Keenan and Hill are lurking. It's Barry Mackay's corner. It's going to come back in his general direction, but this time for a throw. Holt. Louis Moult stepped in for Motherwell. So did Halliday for Rangers, but the free kick's been given, and Andy Halliday doesn't agree with today's referee, Craig Thompson.
Halliday coming in really sharp. You can see just touching the ball away. Then Halliday comes in and gets it too. A bit unlucky to give away a foul there.
Stephen McManus seeking out Louis Moult. Jokes played in the League Cup ties this season, but West Fodringham is #1 for the Scottish Cup, it seems. Louis Moult quickly upon Keenan. Likewise Chalmers on Hodgson. It's given Rangers a problem. Holt. Lasley. Straight through to Fotheringham. Barry Mackay now. It's going to evade Lee Wallace, but look how far forward he was. Motherwell beat Rangers twice in the 2015 playoffs. But those are their only victories in the last 43 meetings. Motherwell were thrashed at Celtic in the League Cup, and now they've had to come to Rangers in the Scottish Cup, so they've hardly had the luck of the draws in the domestic cup competitions. O'Halloran. Good run here from Michael O'Halloran, eager to make the most of this opportunity. Oh, it almost landed at Kenny Miller's feet.
Excellent from O'Halloran, and from the start today, and keen to impress.
Guy. Toral. Lee Wallace is in round the back. It's kind of what he does. But Keith Lasley on hand for Motherwell. Wallace shrugging off Tate. Keenan. Holt. Mackay. Kenny Miller. Keith Lasley moved in. Like a foul by Clint Hill on Louis Mott.
It's going to be a good physical contest, that one. Clint Hill up against Louis Moult, who's happy to give and take a few physical challenges. Comes through the back column there, Hill.
Richard Tate to take it. Flipped on by Chalmers. Chased by Clay. Lee Hodson, who was on loan at Kilmarnock last season, but who played for Mark Warburton when he was at Watford and Brentford. Miller. Mackay ahead. Toral inside, so to Holt. Toral couldn't keep it going.
Well, as you would expect, first 10 minutes or so, Rangers really strong on the front foot. Barry Mackay at the heart of those things that are good. And on the other side, Michael O'Halloran showing that he's got a bit of pace and can get to the byline too.
Halliday. Keenan. O'Halloran. Purposeful run from O'Halloran, but he's tripped, and a handy free kick for Rangers.
He looks sharp, doesn't he? Really keen to make an impression. Not had as much game time as he would have liked. Really brought down there.
Opportunity here for Rangers to make an early impression. Thompson having a lengthy exchange with the three-man Motherwell wall. Halliday to float this one in. Kiernan was clambering.
Well, Michael Halloran in from the start this afternoon, Ian, and showing what he's capable of. This is a really strong, powerful run, getting away from Joe Chalmers, getting to the byline. He's a bit unlucky that his cross doesn't find Kenny Miller. And this is what John Terral can give you, just that reverse pass. So often Lee Wallace, the option for that forward pass for any Rangers player in possession.
McHugh. McManus. There's Cadden, who leaves it for Lasley. Tate now. Halliday covering.
Far too loose from Halliday there. Did well to get possession, but gave it away so cheaply with a loose ball into the middle of the park.
Another pass from McManus here for Cadden. Stopped first time Halliday, but Willie Morse reacted the quickest. It's Tate's cross that is cleared by Kiernan. It was a bit of a teaser. Terral. Terral has had a look for Kenny Miller. He's not going to hang about, but McManus aware.
Excellent layoff from Mould there.
Stevie Hamill. Hamill's cross is met by Trent Hill. Rangers fans applauding in the 14th minute for one of their own, 14-year-old Rudy Millen, who tragically died on Monday. Hamill's cross. Malt. Kenny Miller will show interest in that. Inadvertently sent it towards Craig Clay, though. Chalmers' cross was far too long. Rory Mackay will settle for a throw. Rangers so close to Scottish Cup glory last season. Beaten by Hibs in a thrilling final. Promising young American Emerson Hyndman has joined Rangers on loan from Bournemouth, and they've also signed another young player in David Bates, who has actually been on loan from Raith Rovers in the first half of the season, but they made that move permanent. Kiernan, Hodgson, O'Halloran. Chalmers keeping O'Halloran occupied, so he has to go back. Kiernan. Straight to Tate. Nice flip from Lee Wallace. Mackay aiming to return it. Finnegan across to Clear.
Lovely touch from Wallace. Links up so well with Barry Mackay on that left-hand side. One touch to control, sizes it all up. Beautiful execution of that, skillful pass.
To slightly clipped Clay, but Motherwell had the ball, so on we go. McManus loves a searching pass, but this time it's going to Hamill. Lasley. Malt. Tate able to help it on to Cadden. Walsh loses out to Clint Hill.
Rangers dominating the ball, Ina, but I'm sure Matt McGee will be quite happy the way the opening 20 minutes or so have gone. His team are in the game. The Mould slightly isolated at times.
Rangers were unbeaten in 33 matches here until Celtic came along on New Year's Eve. O'Halloran. Hodgson. A free kick. Craig Thompson will want a word with Chalmers here.
Could easily have picked up a yellow. He was away there. Could easily have got a really promising ball into the box.
Can Rangers make of this? Halliday sends it in. It's a terrific header from Kenny Miller onto the top of the bar.
Yeah, a bit too easy. You can see Kenny Miller there, just in the box. No real challenge towards him. Ben Hennigan can't really get close and should be stronger. Miller just a bit unlucky it didn't drop underneath the bar.
Kenny Miller, who scored that injury time winner here against Motherwell in August. Miller. Holt. Hodgson has moved ahead of O'Halloran, who has it now. Kiernan for Wallace. Mackay. Terrell. Pestered by Lasley. Mackay moving away from Tate. Mackay's effort almost ricocheted into the path of Terrell.
Good composure from Steve McManus just to knock it to the side there to complete the clearance.
Mark McGee rather enjoyed this competition as a player. He won it 5 times, 3 in a row with Aberdeen, a couple of times with Celtic. McManus for Joe Chalmers, making a return from injury after 4 months out. Looked like he used his hand. Craig Thompson signalling. Kiernan. Kenny Miller out on the right now. O'Halloran is in the central position. Lee Wallace and Barry Mackay backing things up for Rangers here. Wallace. Holt. Mackay. Kenny Miller stayed out on the right side of the area. Terrell. Lasley wins it back. Mark McGee in his second stint as Motherwell manager. Tate. Lasley for Hamill. Stevie Hamill's 560th match for Motherwell today. Chalmers and Malt looking to link up, but Kiernan and Miller do so. Hill. Mackay. Kiernan. Hudson and Miller to the right. Kenny Miller. Terrell. O'Halloran. Barry Mackay. Drops at the feet of Stevie Hamill, but nobody around him.
I think it's a really good cross. You've got to have someone at the back post. Don't think Rangers are getting enough bodies into the box, especially when Mackay's on the ball.
Kiernan. Wallace. Terrell. Kenny Miller very deep. Terrell. Keith Lasley in and about him. Kiernan stopped that reaching Malt.
He's a great team player, Kenny Miller, but I think he would be better served playing as a striker this afternoon. When he drifts out of position, O'Halloran's going short as well. We're left without a focal point up front. I think this will be a longer ball in. Hamill with a free kick on the halfway line. Motherwell sending McManus up. Ben Hennigan's up there as well.
Hamill delivers towards McManus. Hennigan trying to make an impact too, but Terrell can bring it away now. Keith Lasley once again on the scene, guarding things for Motherwell. It's his 475th game for the club.
He's annoyed with his use of the ball. A chance there just to set Cadden away.
Hill. Tate. Louis Malt. Miller for Hodgson. Miller again. Halloran is in the middle, the only man in the box at the moment. Jason Holt returns it to Kenny Miller. Kiernan. Jason Holt over there as well. Kiernan for Clint Hill. O'Halloran. Mackay. Terrell now. Kenny Miller waiting to receive. Terrell for Wallace. As Rangers continue to probe. Halliday. Certainly felt that from Louis Malt.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, Moult likes to get involved in a physical challenge. He's late here. Halliday clearly knocks it away. There's a bit of a kick there from Moult. Again, Craig Thompson being a bit lenient.
Mackay moving swiftly away from Tate. It's Hodgson. It's a corner off Chalmers.
Well, the one occasion where Rangers had 4 options inside the box, almost between the goal posts. Hodgson can't get the ball over.
Hill and Rob Keenan showing interest here. Barry Mackay to float it in. Keenan beaten to it by Hennigan. Jason Holt and his route blocked. Halliday. Hill. Miller. O'Halloran. Rangers trying to unlock the door here. Mackay. That will go through to Sampson.
They've no outstanding strength in the air, Rangers. Mackay skillful, Halloran quick and skillful. Miller sniffing around the box but spending too much time outside it. Rangers getting a lot of the ball but really asking Craig Sampson to do a lot of work.
Hill now for Wallace, approaching the half-hour mark. Limited sights of goal so far. Holt saw off Lasley that time. Kenny Miller waiting. And a free kick in a very prominent position for Rangers.
Yeah, I think Holt wanted O'Halloran to go wide. He ended up getting inside, and when it ends up with Miller, he's in amongst all these bodies. Clearly draws a foul there from Carl McHugh. I wonder who fancies this one.
Halliday, Mackay and Miller surrounding the ball. Miller moves away. Barry Mackay looking the favourite. Rangers look to break the deadlock in this Scottish Cup tie. Rangers have got their own wall behind Motherwell's. It is Barry Mackay and came off the head of Keith Lasley. Miller rising here, but popped out of the air by Sampson.
Certainly getting the better of Hennigan in the air. It's much more physical, making contact with his opponent and getting the run on him.
Shoved by Moult on Keenan. Mackay. Terrell. Kiernan has Hodgson available. Kenny Miller's back through the middle now. O'Halloran out on the right. Holt. Kiernan's header. Straight to McHugh. Chalmers now. Andy Halliday brought that to an abrupt end.
Yeah, that's where Motherwell are really struggling to get any sort of controlled possession in the last third. They've defending well enough.
Hodgson. Miller looking lively, but there's nobody over there for Rangers.
Again, just the one man in the box, O'Halloran, but getting in there late. Good movement again from Kenny Miller. I think the two most comfortable people on the pitch are the goalkeepers. They've hardly been asked to do anything. All the plays in front of.
Sampson sending that towards Chalmers and Kiernan. It's bounced off O'Halloran. Probably the best idea for Stephen McManus.
Well, he didn't want to take a chance at poor control. Might have put Rangers on the attack. Just get it out and regroup.
Wallace. Mackay. Here's Holt. Terrell. Wallace.
Surprised that Holt not taking on Lasley 1v1. He's at the edge of the box. Got to work him to the byline, surely.
O'Halloran. Having a little run at Chalmers here, but then Stevie Hamill was in his way.
Well, Motherwell certainly appreciate the danger of O'Halloran doubling up on him. Hamill and Chalmers getting back to help out.
Hodgson. Miller. Jason Holt lost out. Motherwell unable to break out. Lasley wanted a free kick. Holt. Mackay. Here's Lee Wallace.
No quality in the last third for Rangers. Not enough bodies in the box when that was played out from the left-hand side. No one inside the box at all for Rangers. A lot of movement, but not in the areas where it counts.
Mackay. Chris Catton closing the door to some extent, but Mackay is able to clear eventually. Mistake from Hennigan. Holt now for Terrell. That's a foul by Lasley.
Well, it's poor from Motherwell. The layoff from Hennigan. Nothing much on for Terrell. Quite happy to accept a free kick.
O'Halloran. Decent run from O'Halloran. Hodgson off target as Rangers look towards Craig Thompson.
Well, Kenny Miller, the experienced man, he's running towards Craig Thompson. He's appealing for a penalty here. He's getting into all the bodies. He's absolutely got a case. It's a really lazy challenge here. As that ball's loose, Hamill comes in, catches O'Halloran. Certainly a good shout for a penalty.
The Rangers players have plenty to say to Craig Thompson about that. It's a bit of a let-off for Stevie Hamill. O'Halloran could barely believe the penalty didn't come his way. It's a foul by Kenny Miller on Carl McHugh. Perhaps a little frustrated at the lack of a penalty.
Yeah, he was, and I think Craig Thompson just having a quiet word with him. I think it was a penalty.
Lasley. Cadden. That's a free kick from Motherwell. Nudge from Lee Wallace.
Really good use of his body there, Cadden. Knowing that Wallace was desperate to get back in. Look how he leans over to his left-hand side, drawing the foul from Wallace. This is really dangerous. There's O'Halloran again getting into all the bodies. He knocks the ball away. Hamill comes in. He can't push off. It's a penalty in my book.
Stevie Hamill will take this free kick, which could prove pivotal for Motherwell. Stephen McManus, an old foe of Rangers from his old firm days at Celtic.
The danger here might be at the edge of the box. Holt has spotted it. He's come out of the wall.
Hamill to take it. Good header away from Clint Hill. Here's Joe Chalmers though. Cleanly struck, but always heading wide.
It's a good half chance to get a shot on target. Once it's worked out to him here, it's a good first touch. A few bodies in front of him. Like a conviction in that proper goal.
Wallace. O'Halloran for Mackay. Lovely pass. Mackay confronted by Tate. Look who's overlapping. It's Lee Wallace. McHugh can bring it away from Motherwell.
Just surprised that Mackay slowed the pace down there. Waiting for Wallace to get up, but it was a 1v1 against Tate, and he's beaten him more often than not.
Holt. Rangers rattled by that penalty claim that was rejected. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half where there's barely been a glimpse of goal.
Well, Mark McGee defensively very happy with his team. Obviously he wants to do a bit more from middle to front and see what they can ask of West Foderingham.
Mackay, Miller, Toral. Kenny Miller let it go. O'Halloran was already on his way. Lee Wallace is going to pinch it though. It's rather congested for him.
Some lack of understanding there from Cadden and Lasley.
Kai for Hodgson. Holt nearby. Stray pass though, which Lasley is onto. McHugh. Hamill. Chalmers. McHugh lost out to Toral. Holt. Hodgson. It's O'Halloran. Could tee it up here for Halliday. Mackay. Oh, somehow no Rangers player able to make contact there.
Yeah, I thought they were guilty of overplay. Halliday surely got to get a shot away at the edge of the box. He's only 20 yards for goal.
Mackay again. Halliday, Toral. O'Halloran now. Sees off Craig Clay. Or does he? Just about. Hodgson. Halliday. Mackay. Wallace. Rangers looking for that vital breakthrough here. Mackay giving Tate the run around, but that's easy for Sampson.
Yeah, really poor. Something he's got to improve upon. Just his left foot delivery. Earlier on, I thought Halliday could have lined himself up for a shot here. Mackay getting to the byline, pulling the ball across. It seems to evade everyone.
Big kick from Craig Sampson towards Louis Moult. Tangled with Kiernan. Free kick from Motherwell.
I think the ball was trapped in Kiernan's legs there. Referees are always reluctant to let that go. It just invites a overly physical challenge. He's just blown for a foul.
And again, McManus have joined Malt as potential targets here. Hamill towards McManus, but Kieran commanding. McHugh will accept a throw. Stevie Hamill involved in the key talking point of the first half. Challenge on O'Halloran. Rangers wanted a penalty. Craig Thompson said no. Chalmers. No takers, edge of area. Chris Kentner just slightly moved ahead. Toral. Mackay. It's a foul by Toral and Cadden.
He's done well to shield the volley of Cadden.
They'll meet again, and they do know where, and they do know when. The Scottish Premiership returns next Saturday midday. Third part this time for Motherwell against Rangers on Sky Sports 1. And it's a double-header weekend with Celtic home to Hearts on the Sunday, 12:30, Sky Sports 1. Tate launches it towards Malt. Keenan and Hill both went for that. Craig Clay gets a touch. Hennigan picked Miller to it. There's not going to be any significant stoppage time at the end of this first half. The goalkeepers had so very little to do in the first half. Hardly any chances, but one big talking point. A challenge by Stevie Hamill on Michael O'Halloran. Craig Thompson rejected appeals for a penalty, and Rangers felt a sense of injustice about that. Half-time at Ibrox in this Scottish Cup clash. It's Rangers 0, it's Motherwell 0.
William Hill, proud sponsors of the Scottish Cup on Sky Sports.
Who will book their ticket to Wembley? The EFL Cup semi-final second legs start Wednesday, live only on Sky Sports.
We all like people who make our journey easier. Who do things without expecting anything in return. Who don't think, just act. And our cabin crew don't change when they put on their uniform. Our people make us. Monarch. Flight and holiday sale now on. Visit monarch.co.uk. All holidays ATOL protected.
I had the time of my life. Sound like a dying cow.
Arise, Darren. Arise? I found you a job with a massive rise, Darren.
Experian know life is full of important steps. And now, Experian Credit Matcher helps you take a next step towards financial control. First, get your Experian credit score, free, forever. Then use Credit Matcher to find credit cards and loans you're more likely to be accepted for. Take the guesswork out of searching for credit cards and loans at experian.co.uk.
What makes a car not just beautiful, but beautifully made? Is it the engineering, the precision finish, the detailing, the handling? Or is it the way it makes you feel? SEAT's beautifully created winter drive is now on. Download a voucher at seat.co.uk to get an extra £1,000 off.
SEAT.
Roll up one and all. Prepare your affections for the taste of perfection. It's Jakeman's Marvellous Menthol Confections. Also in a handy stick pack.
Confused.com presents
4 stars, best sausages in town.
Nice. Does it say anything about parking? We're just spinning. Now that's how you park in this town.
Drivers win at Confused.com. #1 for car savings.
Right, people, we're selling the house. We're moving on.
We're the village people. We can't move on.
I booked a valuation with Yopa, and they're going to give me a call.
Struggling to move on?
Hello, this is a village person.
Yopa will help sell your home quickly. Be on call 24/7 and ease you through the whole
See
process.
you tomorrow. Thanks.
Yopa. How do you spell that?
No, stop it. It's not YOPA, it's Yopa. Local agents, low fee, complete control. Book a free valuation at yopa.co.uk.
You're going to hear something profound in this WeBuyAnyCar.com advert. I might get more money for my car selling it privately, but you know what? My time is worth more to me than a bit of extra cash, so I'm selling with WeBuyAnyCar.com.
That is literally the most intelligent thing you've ever said.
Value your time? Enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com, the UK's favourite car buying service.
Are you in it? Are you up for it? Do you live and breathe it? Will you back your chat and play the odds? It's time for a new bookie. Is it time for some bets? You betcha.
When it comes to loans, some banks expect you to know exactly how things are going to turn out. TSB is different. Their new Fix and Flex loan offers one of the best rates you can get, fixed for up to 5 years, and the freedom to pay more whenever you want. Or even take a break if you like. Because no one can really predict what the future holds.
William Hill, proud sponsors of the Scottish Cup on Sky Sports.
It's goalless at Ibrox in the William Hill Scottish Cup. Neil and I are joined today by Billy Davis. Billy, what can you tell us about that first half then? What have you noticed?
Rangers obviously started a much better side, kept the ball very well, had a vast majority of possession, probably wanted to do more in the final third with chances. Motherwell, I think, will be disappointed. I think they've started the game too deep. I think they've been very sloppy, and I think they would want to try and keep the ball a little bit better and not be so careless.
Does the way that Motherwell are set up make it difficult for them to get out and stay out?
Well, you can understand trying to be structured. You know, you can understand trying to be difficult to beat. But as I said at the start of the show, David, the one thing you've got to do in that formation is you've got to move the ball around and try and move up the pitch as a team. But at the moment, they're giving the ball away too cheaply. There's one or two little bits of slack play in their game, and I'm sure that Bart will try to tell the players at half-time, you know, keep the ball better, create more chances, get into the final third more, and try and put a little bit more pressure on the home side.
Neil, should the home side have had a penalty?
Yes. Black and white, absolutely yes. And Craig Thompson, for me, has got a good position to see this. And he's looking straight at it. There's no hesitation from him at all. He just deems it as not a penalty. Watch the contact there. And then the shot. Again, we've got another clear one there. Now, that is an absolute stone wall, as you said, penalty kick. And if he isn't given it, I don't understand why he hasn't booked him for diving. Does he think he's slipped? He's not slipped. There's absolute contact there, and Rangers are denied a definite penalty.
Yeah, I think you've got to agree with that, David. It's a stonewall penalty kick. The referee looked as if he had a good view of it, and there's absolutely no doubt. And Mammy, I agree with Neil. I think it's a stonewall penalty.
What about the chance that Kenny Miller had shortly after that? Is that the sort of miss that he'll replay in his mind, unless of course he scores in the second half?
Well, it's difficult to say, because when you see the ball coming out here, and then it's a great 1v1 situation here for Mackay. He gets past the full-back, good ball in the box. It may have just took a little deflection there, David. Maybe that's what happened. Yeah, maybe.
The pitch actually is frozen.
Well, maybe I think Ben Hennigan maybe gets a little slight touch. If he doesn't, maybe Kenny's expecting that. But too many times, David, Rangers have not moved it quick enough. They've hesitated just for that fraction of a second, and that's all it takes just to burst a shape. Now, if you take that extra little bit of time, a defender will just move half a yard and it can snuff out a killer pass, it can snuff out a cross, and Rangers are not doing it. I've watched Kenny Miller about 3 times now get into the box and stop. And see, once you're a striker who's stopped, you are easy to pick up then. So normally if I'm a wide player, I'm looking, strikers are on the move and then they're coming in, everybody's moving, defenders are moving towards their own goal. So get the balls in quicker, get the balls punctured through the defence quicker from a Rangers perspective, then they might start troubling Craig Sampson, because he's been non-existent as well, Big Craig.
And also, David, I think at the edge of the box, in and around the edge of the box, I think it's important to try and get little passes,